Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter. And I was doing a little peek-see-poo at the videos that I've done so far since I've been on this trip with Dave. Oh, somebody wants to say hi. And what I thought might be a little bit better is if I just combined them all and made a quick little vlog. So it will include a little overview of this Airbnb, lovely place. I would highly suggest it, here in Cedar Falls, Iowa, as well as a peek through what it looks like for my setup here at the Airbnb. And I had organized my travel bag, and so I have a flip through of that, which is kind of an update and some things that I've changed. And I think that's about it, but I thought you might enjoy having a little montage, if you will, and just see what it is all about in a week in the life of being on the road at what I am calling retreat week, because I have literally not left this place because Davis had the vehicle. Tomorrow is my day to go out, our last day here. So I hope you enjoy it. I have been traveling quite a bit lately, and thought that while I've done packing my travel bag, I normally use a backpack. I use that when I'm traveling on trips where, you know, we may be flying, but I recently kind of reorganized, added some things to my travel arsenal, and I thought it might be helpful just to have you guys see what it is that's in the bag itself. And some of you have said, well, you know, what should I pack? How much should I pack? You don't need a lot. Now, I will tell you that what I have in mind is quite a bit, because I've switched it up for my road trip travel. And I did take a dimension of the bag that I use. It's a bag by the company called 31. I believe you can get them. They used to do like parties and stuff. I don't know if they still do that, but you can order them online. It is 22 inches long by 13 inches wide and 12 inches tall. And that everything that you're going to see fits inside of that bag with still some room to grow. So I will tell you that I only keep 2 books in that bag. This is a newer edition. This is from my friend Kara at Paper Confessions with Kara Mia. It's called The Book That Takes Time. It's filled with hundreds of paper goodies, 2 journals, 10 postcards, 40 stickers, plus pretty punch-outs, posters, fill-in lists, and dozens of other hidden treasures. It is the perfect book to have in my stash, because there are exactly what it said. There are so many designed papers, there's ideas, there's journaling options. So this stays in, oh, this thing is really wobbly. It's the table, not there's nothing I can do about it. But that stays in that bag at all times, as does this one. And this one, you can tell it's got a lot of pages taken out of it, but I use this whether it's for glue pages, or if I need I want to make some book page stuff, I just use this one. And then when it's empty, I can add something new. Or a new book. But just one. That's all I keep in there. This little guy has come in. This used to be Rhea's, our daughter Rhea's. And it comes in very handy because what I found was I sometimes wanted just a few little things that I could embellish with. So I recently took all these little babies distress inks and Stampin' Up! Stamps and stuck them in here, which I haven't tried it since I've done that. But it's full of different colors. These I've found all at thrift shops, but they're perfect to travel with. So that is there. I've got some daubers. I've got some buttons, a couple little things of washi tape. I use this when I want to scoop this out because I had to be realistic and I just stuck it all in there. Glue sticks, my med tape. This is, these things that you saw are a project. Well, this is from Carrie the Paper Monkey and I'm keeping those in there. But I'm going to be doing some, stop Ruby. But I'm going to be doing some more of these little tabs shortly. So these are attachers, things like paper clips, safety pins, and that's about it. But that's all I really need. And it's probably, I do have a small list that's things that I need to get more of. Like I have eyelets, but I only have one size. So I need to add some more eyelets in there. The one thing that's nice is that I feel like when I have this and all of the bags that I'm about to show, I'm going to take this off of here that I'm about to show you. I feel like it allows me to use up some of my stash much more efficiently because I only have those items to work with. And so it limits me, but then forces me to use a lot of other things that I wouldn't normally use when I'm at home. Okay, now this is going to be big. You've seen this before. It is a Vera Bradley. It was for jewelry, makeup, things like that. Oh, gosh. Anyway, it folds out. There is a hanger on it. So if I have a hook somewhere, I can hang it from there. Sometimes I just lay it out flat. I do have this that stays in the bag all the time. It is not a very good, I don't even know who it's by. I got it from an estate sale. And it doesn't really work that great, but it's there. So I do have something that I can actually cut with. It's only for an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. In this bag is everything else that I might need. So up here, well, you can't really see it. These are all my punches. So I just have a few punches in here. Different size, round punches, and then a corner punch. So those fit nicely right in there. I've got some more of the inks that I've had. These are all close to my heart inks, as well as my stamp blocks. These are just card keys from trips that I keep in there to use to make tags and such. This is where all of my adhesive goes. And then I have a couple big clips. And then in here, it's just my scissors, which I have out already, and then my crocodile. And that's all that's in there. I do have a few things like some extra glue and my distress ink and dauber. Okay, I'm just gonna move this over here so it doesn't. They go in there when I'm, is that all crooked now? Yeah. So as far as hardware and equipment, that's it. Now with the rest of my goodies, I'm gonna show you. I did add a couple of things. So I have these big bags. These are the great big huge ones. They fit in there perfectly. This whole bag sits right behind my seat in either of our vehicles. And this one is just full of book page, and you know, this is from that Rome book, and I use a lot of these pages, but it's just full of book page. There's some patterns in here. There's some garbage sacks, things like that. And they make good bases. I won't run out for a very long time. I haven't refilled it. I don't know that I've ever refilled it. And then the other thing that I have in this bag, you'll notice that there are Ziploc. So I always travel with several size Ziploc bags. And that way, if I'm fussy cutting or doing any of that kind of small work, I can stick them all in the bags and have them and sort them when I get home. But in this bag, I did recently add a whole stack of my digitals and others' digitals. And so that's all in here. And I left them in the file folders because I can use those as well. So this is just all paper, things that I can use, and that's all I allow myself. These were strung about all over in different spots in here, and so I put them all together, either bases, small pieces of paper, things like that. And I do have one little thing of napkins. So that's everything that's in there. Pretty handy dandy. And then, so those again are everything that stays in there all the time. So what did I add? Well, I did recently add this small bag that is jam-packed full of embellishments because I had a few, but I have so many at home, like the Tim Holtz paper dolls. I've got flowers, I've got birds, I've got beads, I've got a couple of stamp sets. I have this that always stays in there. So it's just a variety of different ephemera because I noticed that I was kind of limited and had used a lot of what I had, and this will last me for a very long time, and I won't have to replenish it at all. The other thing that I did add was a short little stack of just scrap ribbons and fabric, because I don't normally, unless I'm thrifting, I don't really have those things handy, and they're really nice to have. Last but not least is the this little thing that doesn't get used very often. There's an extra pair of glasses in there. There's things for me to bind journals and just kind of a sewing type kit. So if I'm going to bring something specific, like, oh, that got something on it. Like punch needle, then I will bring that separate. So that's everything that is always in my bag that stays with me. Now, I have this bag that matches the other big bag, and it's also a 31 bag. There's the name of the company or their logo. And all I keep in here is whatever the project is. Like if I have a special project that I'm bringing with me. In this case, I brought everything that's left of the Smash a Stack to decorate. So I keep that in there. I did stick in my watercolor pens, markers, and that, as well as the last minute, I did grab, and this is a big stack. This is on my fussy cutting. So this is full of things that I need to fussy cut. And I thought, well, I'm going to be in an Airbnb. It's a great, it forces me to fussy cut. This is a lot. I probably would not normally take this much on a trip, but this would go in that bag as well. And so I have everything that just stays, and then I replenish. I have a small little list of things that I'm low on for that bag, and then I just pop them in there, and away we go. So that's pretty much all there is to my travel bag. Do you need as much as I have in there? Probably not. But what is nice about it is that it's all contained. It doesn't take up a ton of space. You can fit a lot in that bag. And then when I travel and I'm using my backpack for air travel or other transportation, then I wouldn't take nearly that much. It would be way, way, way less. Like I wouldn't take all of the embellishments, with the eyelets and all of that kind of stuff. That just wouldn't make really a lot of sense. But that usually when I do that, I take fussy cutting, I take some bases that I can make things, book page, probably this book, and just a few essentials. And you've seen that in my organizing playlist probably. But I hope that was helpful, and it gives you a little idea of how my thought process and how I organize when I am going to travel to keep it small, contained, and not take up too much space. Now, Dave complains that it weighs 90 pounds, which it was pretty heavy this time because I brought a lot of projects to work on. And that bag will fit inside the other bag. So that's kind of nice. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed that. And that was a quick little overview of my travel bag and everything that I use when I'm on the road. And there you have it, friends. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time. Until then, remember to take time to just be, take time for you, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.